live one-on-one conversation. 30 minutes of pure entertainment with musicians, writers, and actors to motivators, chefs, and even rappers to up-and-comings with the it factor. It's the Jazzie K.Ward coming at ya. Have fun, some smiles, a few laughs. Tune in, chime in, sit back, relax. Have fun, some smiles, a few laughs. Jazzie after dark. When you look at me, tell me what you see.
Automatically judge me. What do you think about me? Ooh.
I'm more than my hair, although I wear. You and me.
Girl, throw your hands up. Every woman, every girl. Yeah. Queens of the world, throw your hands up. Queens of the world, every woman, every girl.
Say all that I can be.
I was made. Okay. What's up, y'all? Happy Monday. Welcome to Artist Talk, Jazzie After Dark. I'm Jazzie K.Ward. So glad for you all to be. I see so many people coming in the room. There's so many people. Did y'all see Rina Chanel? Did y'all see the video? Did you see all of that jazz, all of that great music? I'm so excited to be able to have a conversation with our special guest tonight. Make sure you guys go ahead and share the video. Make sure you leave in the comments where you're watching from. And you know what? Dr. G is in the house. Chef D is here. I see everybody's here. But you know what? Let's go ahead and kick off Artist Talk right now.
Live from WKRW, welcome to Artist Talk, a live one-on-one conversation with your host, the man with the golden voice, Jazzie K.Ward.
Everybody, welcome back to the show, Jazzie After Dark. Hey, what's up, Kenneth? I see Chantel is here. What's up, Soul TV? The one and only L.A. Young is in the house. Is it the beautiful Costella? You know, if you don't know Costella, L.A. Young, shame on you. And you know, and she's in California. They know how to party, right? Shame on you if you don't know our special guest tonight, Rina Chanel. We're going to talk a little bit more up close and personal about her career. Don't forget YouTube channel, K.Ward Radio. Make sure you go over and like the page, subscribe, kwardradio.com, put in your email address and all that jazz. And if you don't do any of that, you know, as we say on the show, shame on you and your mom and them, your auntie them, your cousin and them, everybody. No, I'm just everybody is up, right? So, hey, Latasha, so good to see you. I hope everyone had a great weekend. Do you ever think about it? It's like by the time you get off work on Friday, right? By the time you look up, it's like Monday. Does it feel like that? Like you get off 5 o'clock And for you know it, it's like you go out maybe Friday night, Saturday a little bit. Sunday is like church. If you go to church, it's kind of like you relax a little bit, and then hey, it's time to get ready to go back to work. Well, tonight I'm super excited to talk with this not only a beautiful lady, such a powerful, soulful voice, international recording artist, Rina Chanel. Now, she's a Virginia Beach native. She's captivated audience through her rich soul, her jazz, R&B sound, pop. She got a little opera in that, but pretty much to tell you, I've been watching Rina Chanel for a long time, and she definitely has that it factor. She has a new song that's out, new music is out. Je ne sais quoi. She's going to sing some of that for us tonight, y'all. Don't forget to go over to Rina Chanel, RinaChanelMusic.com is the website. All of that is going to be streaming on the show. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's give a lot of love and let's welcome to Jazzie After Dark, singer, songwriter, Rina Chanel. Rina, as they say in church, come on in the room. Welcome.
Thank you, Jazzie. Good to be with you.
It's so good. It's so good to finally meet you, Rina. When we see each other on social media, and I see all the amazing things that you are accomplishing and doing it for a long time. And I just want to say thank you so much for taking the time out of your busy schedule to have a conversation with me.
Thank you for the invite. Yeah, I've been looking to connect for a while, so I'm glad to be here to have this conversation with you. Thank you.
Thank you so much. And I see, again, hey, Costello, my friends, L.A. Young. Hey, Charles. Kenneth Wynn is with us. Hey, my friend Mario. So many people are on the live tonight. Again, the show is streaming on Facebook, it's YouTube, Soul TV, the Roku Network, Inside Indie Artist channel on the Roku Network. So again, we're also on Twitter. And I'm getting some tweets too. They said, wow, what a beautiful lady. She is a beautiful lady. They said, one lady, somebody just said on the tweet, they said, oh, wow, I thought that was Shantae Moore. Okay.
Thank you. I love me some Shantae Moore. So, hey, that's a compliment.
They said, oh, I'm excited to, some tweets. So professionally, I would not look at my phone, but the tweets come on my phone instead of the other devices here. So yeah, people was like, oh wow, there's like, I love her new song, Je ne sais quoi. So we're gonna talk about all of that, right, y'all? We're gonna talk about all of that. Don't forget to go over to RinaChanelMusic.com. That's her website where music is available in streaming. You can download the music as well. But also, Rina, I also got a question on tweet is, do you have physical copies, hard copies of any of your music?
Well, not of the current single. No hard copies of that. There are hard copies of a couple of previous singles, Sweet as a Melody and Worthy. So there are physical copies for those. But yeah, definitely I'm going to get some physical copies for Je ne sais quoi. So it's in the works.
It's in the works, y'all. So still, you can still go get the other music that's out, which is great. It is great. I believe, music is so therapeutic, right? So go download, go buy a copy, share with a friend, introduce new artists, new music to people that, I'm so used to, Rina, that, we listen to people we like, right? We always listen sometime to them, right, which is good, right? But there's so many artists like yourself that people are just like, oh, I've never heard of her, but I like her. I think, she's amazing. But there's so many amazing artists that have been on this platform. And that's one reason why I wanted to do this particular show for just indie artists. There's so many, I guess what you want to call it, mainstream artists that I love. But people like you and others that I know have that it factor, you are just at the same quality as any other number one artist. I'm not going to call any names, but I see your quality, your music and style. But a lot of people just don't get that opportunity. It's work. to have their music, and it takes money, y'all. It takes money, it takes support. Sometimes right things, you could be in the right place at the right time, all that stuff. And we're going to have a little bit conversation about that. If you have questions for our guests, just make sure you put them there in the comments, okay? So, Rena, I do this segment called The Real You. Remember, I was kind of telling you about the real you. So I have a script I typically go by. And Chef says, you don't ever follow a script. And so I like it to be just organic. It's just an organic conversation, right?
Okay.
So my first question is for you is, what's the most pivotal thought on your mind right now?
Most pivotal thought on my mind right now. Like literally right now?
Yeah, that you can share.
I don't know. I just always feel like there's never enough time in the day to get everything done. So that's like a constant thought. I'm always trying to multitask. Like I'm here with you, and of course I'm being present and enjoying our conversation. But in my mind, I'm like, I got to get this done. I want to finish up this. I got to make sure this, So I'm very much, a multitasker and want to plan and prep and that kind of person. So that's kind of my mind is always going.
Right.
I'm always planning ahead, thinking of tomorrow and the next week.
Right. Well, you know what? If I had to answer that, I would be saying the exact same thing that you said. I'm having this great conversation with you, and then I'm thinking about the other 50 things, when I get up that I have to do, and it's like, it's just not enough time in the day, right? So I can definitely relate to that. And, just really trying to learn, Rena, how to be a little bit more kinder to myself, slow down, slow the pace, and be like, it's going to be there tomorrow, right? If all the things that we just can't get done, right? My second question is, what brings you joy?
What brings me joy? Music brings me joy.
Yeah, I love that.
It really does, because if I'm feeling down or if I'm feeling happy, I always connect to a song or a genre or something. It's always something from music, whether I need to feel kind of uplifted. I'm looking something to brighten my mood and to make me feel maybe a little, I might be in a heavy mood and not feeling as light and as optimistic and as positive as I would like, because that we're all human. So that's not a 24/7 thing. We ebb and flow with our emotions. That's just what it is. So I would say my greatest joy is music. Music is always it for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
I love that. Hey, Warren. My last question is, what do you wish you had an endless supply of? And whatever that is, why?
Mm-hmm. An endless supply of energy. An endless supply of energy, because if my energy never ran out, then I would never feel probably the need to refuel and stop and slow down, which again is important. It is important to stop and to be still and to enjoy the stillness, and then to kind of regroup and repurpose. But I would say energy, because kind of to the first idea, there's not enough time in the day. So and I'm always thinking of things that I want to create and do and go and experience, and just accomplish. I have probably a long bucket list of things that I want to accomplish in my lifetime. So I don't want to waste any energy at all.
Right. Okay. I like that. Well, I'm gonna ask you one more question. What's one thing on your bucket list?
One thing on my bucket list, which has always been on my bucket list, is to travel to Paris, France.
Wow. What is it? What is it about Paris?
I don't know. Like, I've always had this kind of, love affair, I guess you would say, with Paris, and the language, and wanting to experience the culture. And, ever since I was a young girl, and I think, my mom kind of put that in me. Like, I have all these memories of us watching old movies and a lot of
Right.
them would be set in Paris and kind of the Eiffel Tower and showing that kind of, romantic vibe, and people going to cafes and enjoying,
Right.
just enjoying their life and
Right.
enjoying eating and having pleasure from eating and going to places and music and culture and just that type of vibe. So that's always stayed with me, and that's always
Mhm.
kind of continue even like high school. That's what led me to take French in high school, and just different influences, even in my music, putting a little French, je ne sais quoi.
I love that.
But yeah, it's just always been a dream of mine that I will accomplish in my lifetime. So
Okay.
that is
And
on
you
my bucket.
will. And you will. Trust me, you
I'm
will. And
speaking
I
it
love
into
that.
existence.
Speaking it into existence. And
Yes.
Castella said, we see that. I was going to say, we see that and we feel that through your music.
Thank you, Costella. Love you.
Yeah,
Oh, love you, Whittington. Thank you.
yeah.
I see
Whittington
all my
still.
indie sisters out there.
Yeah. They are all such a amazing, amazing ladies. Hey, Sheila
Yeah.
Singleton is with you. They're all amazing ladies. So see, that wasn't bad, was it, Rena?
No, no. I was a little nervous, but no, I'm just kidding.
We want you to feel comfortable. Right? Jack, we want you
No,
to feel comfortable. Rena.
no, this is good conversation. So keep it
Okay.
going.
Okay. And hey, Mark, he said, wow, she is a natural. Rena Chanel Pop, her new hot single is climbing the charts at the top, y'all. That's right. That's right. So, yeah, thank you so much, for that, Mark. So, Rena, just to go back to start from the show when we're talking about, the pandemic, I think we're slowly kind of getting out of the pandemic, right? But what,
Yes.
what was life like for you back, like how did you navigate during that time? And I hope you didn't have any family, friends, or loved ones affected, uh, life loss for the pandemic.
Yeah. Well, unfortunately, I did have my aunt who did pass
Oh,
away from
I'm
from
sorry.
COVID and the pandemic. And like a lot of people in our community, we had a lot of people experience a lot of loss, a lot
Right.
of sickness, and but during that time, I definitely would say it was hard because, of course, that coming together and connecting in
Mhm.
person aspect
Mhm.
wasn't there for a
Right.
while. So, um, as far as musically goes, I was
Mhm.
still kind of just writing and keeping, trying to keep my spirits up and keep being creative and working with my long-term collaborator, Benny
Mhm.
Pierce. So shout out to Philly Bop Productions. And actually, that kind of served as a nice, I would say, like an incubation period of being creative and just kind of, all right, so I can't go out and do these other things, so what can I do? I can write, I can still
Right.
put together ideas. I know we want to put together a video, and kind of Made came out of that period. So the
Wow.
song and the video and all of that came out of that first onset of COVID. So yeah, it just kind of made me really appreciate being an artist and the importance of music. Music felt more critical at that time, I would say.
Yeah. I can say that because even, I think before that, for me, Rena, again, life, all of us busy, right? So the
Yeah.
pandemic, I think, well, for me, I know it just slowed me completely down, right? It slowed me completely. I was at home, and it actually
Hmm.
gave me the opportunity and chance to really dive in and listen to music because people, even though I do radio on the side, when you're in the studio at the station, you're listening to music, but you're doing so many other things like multitasking
Hmm.
and all. So I work home in a home office. So it gave me the chance to really listen to the music. I'm a lyric
Right.
person. So especially like your song, like Made and More Than Enough, Worthy, and okay, the sweetest of melody. Shame on you, y'all, if y'all hadn't heard any of those songs. Okay, I'm telling you, you need to go back and listen to that. So I could sit here, work, put on a Rena Chanel song, and just really listen to the words and the lyrics because it's real music. And I think that's what's missing in a lot of music. And so when I hear your music and so many other artists that has been on here, like, do you write
Mhm.
all of your music? Because it's profound and I feel it in my heart and in my soul. And that's what I love about your music.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for that feedback and just hearing that it does impact you, because that's what I want people to feel, and feel those lyrics. But uh like if we're talking about Made, actually Made
Mhm.
was a collaboration of me, myself, another songwriter, and Benny Pierce, who is also my longtime collaborator. But all of my other singles, we have collaborated on all of the songwriting.
Okay.
So
I love that.
yeah,
I
it,
love that.
it's definitely a partnership, because again, like for example, Je ne sais quoi, that melody and that idea kind of came to me first. So then I led that kind of initiative. But we come together, and we put the lyrics together, and then the music. Sometimes the music comes first, and then the
Okay.
lyrics. Sometimes the lyrics leads in that creative process, and then the music follows. It really just depends.
Okay.
It's all about it feeling organic and coming together and feeling like, okay, this is real music. We are happy with this
Hmm.
uh this collaboration, and I'm comfortable, and I want my name to be associated with this, because I feel only want to put quality out there. I only want to put quality. So if that means less material, just to make sure that's the
Right.
process, then that's what it is, as opposed to just kicking out singles just to do it,
Just to do it. And I was going to
just
ask
to
you that
do
because I was going to say that has to be a lot of pressure, right? Think, when you look at some big names, right? When you release a hit, then it's another hit. And you see these songs and artists who I remember back in the day, artists would have a song out, right? A CD or project out. And
it.
it's probably
Hmm.
a year, two, few years before you hear it. So now it's like every 3, 6 months, it's like, well, I hadn't had really a chance to this song to marinate in my soul. And then here's a new song. And there's another song. And then there's another
Yep.
song. So I I I I think it's important, especially when it's your craft. And these are your babies. These songs are your
Right.
soul that you poured out, right? You're
That's
like,
right. So I can't just haphazardly just throw it out there, So I really want it to be something that is representative of either my thoughts, my feelings, and making sure that the lyrics are organic and authentic to me, and
mhm,
to put that out there. So, and a lot of songs that I have released have been very message based. So I'm always wanting to fill my audience or the listener with something positive. I'm hoping that they are left better off after hearing my music, because there's so much negativity in the world. So if they could hear a Rena Chanel single or music and feel like, oh, I feel better about myself. I feel that I'm worthy. I feel, that I deserve respect. I feel empowered to go out into the world and to be
right,
who they were meant to be. So
right,
that's important to me.
right. I told y'all, didn't I tell y'all she has that it factor? I told y'all, shame on you if you didn't know Rena Chanel. Right. I forgot all my French club high school friends. What does Mark said, what does I remembered I remember as a little boy growing up, my mom would say, I would hear her talking to like some of her girlfriends, right? And
Yeah.
it brought back so many memories. And I said, Jenna, stay quiet. And for the longest, they was used to talking these codes, I guess, when I was younger, right? And I don't know if they wanted
Mhm.
me to not know something. I was like, what does that mean? So I do want to ask you, Rena, like je ne sais quoi. What's your definition of je ne sais
Well, the actual meaning of je ne sais quoi, like literally the English translation is
quoi?
I don't know what. But, it's kind of been Americanized, and, in the really general sense of using it, it's kind of like that special something that I can't put my finger on, that indescribable quality. Some people can call it an it factor. Some people can call it that one thing or a few things that makes you who you are, that no one else has. Those unique ingredients that you embody that make you. And that is what your je ne sais quoi is.
Okay. I like
Yeah.
that. So I'm going to ask you something, Rena.
Okay.
What's your je ne sais quoi? If you can share.
Good question. I would say honestly, I would say my je ne sais quoi is my spirit, my energy.
Mm,
So, I feel that I'm very positive. I'm a very positive, very optimistic person, probably maybe more than most, because some people
Right.
think, oh, you can't be that happy all the time. It's not that I'm happy all the time because I'm a human being, but
Right.
I feel like, you know, every day that you wake up, that you are
Totally.
alive, that you have, you know, full, functions in your body and you're healthy, you can chase your dreams, you can accomplish your goals, you have another chance to embody and do, and and um, be who you are meant to be, you know, and
That's right.
be the one to show love and show kindness and respect to people. Like that's only going to better the world around you as well as your
Thank you.
community. So that's really, I would say that is my je ne sais quoi. Some other people may identify another set of qualities that they consider what my je ne sais quoi is, but I consider my je ne sais quoi my positive spirit and my wanting to want other people to win. I want to win and I want you to win too. So that's my je ne sais quoi.
I love that. And I love that. And I love everything about spirit, right? And I remember Rena, former director, and she may be watching. She may be watching. And she used to, I remember when we worked together, she used to say, I'm 99% of the time
Uh-huh.
always pretty much happy, right? So I
Okay.
want everybody else around me to be happy. And
Yes.
I'm just kind of like that. And I never forget one day she came, I came into the office, right? And I was just like, always like, I'm that guy that comes, good morning, how are you? And people look like,
Yeah.
okay. And she kept saying, are you always this happy every morning? Again, life happens to all of us, right? I'm
That's
human.
right.
I have the same things that happen. I may not show it, but again, it's about putting that positive energy out there for me.
Yeah.
And, even I always tell people, it, it doesn't cost anything to be kind to someone, right?
That's right.
Even if it's just a nod, a smile, a good morning, because you never know how that may impact a person's day. You know, I do music. I'm the DJ on our Zoom at work, right? And I play your song before our meetings start. And so I play more than enough, maybe
What?
a month ago, because I just do music and I play. And there was a young lady who's an attorney that works for us, and she was like, when she listened to the lyrics of that song, right? She
Hmm.
thought about, she said, I am more than enough. And I
That's
think
right.
when she listened, and I think she was going through some things, and I'm telling you, that song more than enough. So whatever you are doing, Rena, and you have been doing, please don't stop doing it. A lot of times, we watch TV, we see things, we see celebrities, see stars, it's like, oh my God, I wish I was there. I wish I was, I think God has a place for all of us, right? There's a
That's
place for
right.
all of us.
There
And
is.
there's a place for all of us. And everybody is not going to be a number one artist. And everybody's not going to be the best actor, the best, and you may present all those qualities. But remember, the winner is always inside of you, right?
That's
It's
right.
and I always believe in celebrate yourself. You have to celebrate yourself, even though it's
Yeah.
important to be positive and have positive influences around you. But that song, you have to encourage yourself. It-
Yes. Absolutely. 400%.
and I'm sure even days you probably like, why do I keep doing this? Right? Why am I continuing? It's like, is someone noticing me? It's like I've been doing this a long time, but I can assure you, your music is changing the world more ways than you know.
That is awesome. And that is what it's about for me. I like to hear that my music is making impact and making a difference in
Right.
people's actual real lives.
Right. We do that.
Yeah.
So, hey, everybody, I'm Jazzie K.Ward. Our special guest tonight is international recording artist, singer, songwriter, Miss Rina Chanel is here. Make sure you go over to RinaChanelMusic.com is her website. We are going to take a short break. We're going to come back with more conversation. Rina's is gonna sing Je ne sais quoi, y'all. She's gonna sing it. a little bit for us. We're going to have Dr. G. She's coming up with Mind, Body, and Soul segment. You know, everybody, we love Dr. G. So continue to keep it locked right here on Artist Talk. We'll be right back.
Hi, I am multi-instrumentalist and recording artist J.C. Smith. Have you watched Artist Talk with Jazzie K.Ward? Well, on the show, Jazzie will interview some great artists, exploring their music, and also learning more about them as performers, as artists, and everyday people. So join Jazzie K.Ward on Artist Talk every Monday at 7 p.m. Central Time on YouTube or Facebook Live. And if you don't, hashtag shame on you.
Hi, this is saxophonist Phil Walker. Something is in the air tonight, and it's Artist Talk with Jazzie K.Ward. Join him every Monday on Facebook Live or YouTube at 7 p.m. Central Time. And if you don't, hashtag shame on you.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Jazzie After Dark. I'm your host, Jazzie K.Ward. As always, thank you so much for joining us each and every Monday right here at 7 p.m., where you will see and hear from some amazing indie artists, all of those who have that it factor. That's what we call them on the show. And shame on you if you don't know our special guest tonight, recording artist, singer, and songwriter, Rina Chanel. And Rina, Mark says, can you sing Christmas Time is Here?
I wasn't planning on doing a Christmas song in April.
That's right. That's right. I love that. I love that. And and tell us a little, when did you, Je ne sais quoi, when was that released?
That was released February the 17th.
That's right.
Yes.
Okay. We love that. And it's available for downloading where music is streaming all over, some Amazon, Apple. Or if you just, and you can go to Rina's website, rinachanelmusic.com. Check out the website, the links, and all of that is there. You know, y'all, let's, again, as Dr. Graham always says, you know, imagine the amount of money we spend. You know, we go to Starbucks every day, or we go buy this. The thing about, like, I like what Dr. Graham's, the analogy she uses, again, the coffee, the drinks, whatever, it's gone. Music is with you forever, right? You can have that forever. So you can share with your friends, if you have kids, grandkids, and other people. And then, you know, that's what it's all about. And so, Rina, we would love for you to sing a little bit of Je ne sais quoi for us.
Absolutely. I would love to. All right.
Okay.
And you can hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Rina Chanel.
All right. I'm going to do a little bit of Je ne sais quoi for you guys. I hope you enjoy.
We will.
All right. Okay.
You're taking me.
I'm not the kind of girl that falls in love so easily, but it's crystal clear to see that you have an effect on me. I don't know what's got it to me. No, you got me doing things that I never do. 'Cause there's something, you got that je ne sais quoi. And I don't know what's taking a hold of me. You got that je ne sais quoi. And all I know is making me want you, baby. Boy, you really got me feeling kind of crazy. You're giving me such a high. and it's getting harder to extinguish the flame. You let this fire inside, 'cause you have really gotten me intrigued, yeah. Whatever it is, keep doing that thing you do, 'cause it's making me want you, yeah.
I love it. I was over here doing your background vocals and all that. Ladies and gentlemen, that was the beautiful Miss Rina Chanel. Je ne sais quoi. Go download the song.
You were killing it, Jazzie. You were killing it.
Thank you so much. And Dr. G said she was helping you out too. Everybody was helping you out. So that's Rina. That's her new release, Je ne sais quoi. Go download the song, everybody. RinaChanelMusic.com is the website. So we're going to go over to Dr. G. She's waiting, and then we're going to come back with more conversation for our special guest singer-songwriter, Rina Chanel. We'll be right back. I love it. I love it.
It's time for Health and Wellness Check-In with Dr. Chantel Graham. Tips for the mind, body, and soul.
Dr. Graham is on the line. Dr. Graham, what is your
finger popping and shoulder roll and the finger popping? That's all you can do.
What is your je ne sais quoi, Dr. G?
I am just a person who gets it. Whatever it is. You like it, I love it. If you don't want to do it, that's your problem. I'm going to do what I want to do. And you better get on with the get on, okay? That's it. That's all I can tell you.
I love it.
Life is short. Life is lifing. Hey, girl. Listen, life is life, and you better figure it out. You only got one shot, because once them eyes close, listen, ain't no coming back.
It's over, Dr. G. A happy Monday to you. How are you?
Monday. So, I was thinking about the pandemic, and, there was some good and some bad. Mm-hmm. And the one thing I miss is people wearing masks. And you know why, right?
Right.
Covering that breath. Covering that breath. That's that. You listen. Now we're going to talk about things that we could tell about people from their breath. Now we joke about it. If you eat an onion or you eat bad stuff, your breath smells. If you had a bad tooth in your mouth, your breath smells. But do you realize that we can tell a lot about you from your breath? The smell of your breath, things that will produce bad breath on the serious side. They have it now where they can actually detect lung cancer by your breath. They typically call VOCs, which are volatile organic compounds, and they can check that, and they can actually tell us if you actually have lung cancer from your breath. For those who have like sleep apnea and you sleep with your mouth open, the problem is you'll have bad breath. Why? Because that dries your mouth out. The lower amount of saliva you have in your mouth, the worse your breath is going to be, because that bacteria just stays there and it grows like a fungus, and it grows and it makes it bad. If you have ulcers, you're going to have bad breath. Stomach cancer, we can detect it by the smell of your breath. For those people know, if you're diabetic, you can get bad breath because you have like that fruity smell. But on the other end of the aspect, your breath can be so bad that it will smell like acetone. Yeah, acetone, the fingernail polish remover. So if you have bad ketoacidosis, you will have that odor of acetone on your breath. We can tell that if you're having kidney problems by the smell of your breath. You'll have a fishy odor in your breath, because remember, the kidneys are going to filter that bad stuff away from you. And if they're not working, all that stuff just stays inside, which is not pretty good. If you have allergy season, it's all coming up, and we know how that goes, and you get that post-nasal drip, that will give you bad breath. That mucus kind of just dries out on the back of your tonsils, and your breath will be smelling like hot garbage.
Wow.
You got to be careful. GERD, acidosis. And we can also, one thing you can tell from bad breath too, certain smells in the breath would be heart failure. We can detect heart failure from the smell of your breath. So I don't want y'all going around doing this, trying to diagnose yourself. Don't smell your husband's breath, your kid's breath. And so you got cancer, you got ulcers. They might not just brush their teeth. So don't start doing that. Go to the doctor. Dr. Google, we're not going to do that. But there are things that we can tell from your breath. So when we had these masks on, it was great because I couldn't smell that halitosis. But sometimes we have to smell it because we can tell certain things by the smell of your breath. Isn't that just crazy?
That is crazy. You know what's bizarre about that? I was on a flight last week,
Mhm.
and it made me that it's a good thing you brought that up. So there was a guy talking to me sitting next to me. And I don't know what he ate, but that's bad when you can smell someone's breath through a mask.
Listen, so that just goes to show some of these people wear these masks, and is the mask really helping? Because you listen, it did a lot. It helped a lot of people, but I
Mhm.
mean, get your mouth checked out, get your stomach checked out. I'm always an advocate. Go to the doctor,
Right.
get that health checked out. But your breath could just tell a lot about you. So we joke about it, and it's bad breath, but some things you can tell from just the smell of people's breath, which is crazy.
Right. That's great, Dr. G. That's so informative. That's why I think it's important for you to go to the dentist. You'd be amazed. The dentist can tell a lot by when you get your teeth cleaned.
Remember, you got that plaque on there. You realize when you got that plaque on your teeth and you don't get it taken care of, that stuff breaks off. It goes into your bloodstream. It is toxic to you. It can
It is.
kill you. Get your teeth clean. Go get it checked out. Brush your teeth, floss. I'm just,
Right.
hey, that's basic stuff, but
As you tell me, find out what your je ne sais quoi is. Right. Find out what
it's telling you about your hot garbage breath. I'm just saying. The hairs in your nose just end up when you smell it. But seriously, just get it checked out because you never know. You have a bad ulcer and people have acid reflux. You'll have that breath because that acid in your stomach is just coming up through your esophagus. If you smelling it, that means it's bad. So just get it checked out. Just stop playing around and just get it checked out. Hey, Dominique, that's my partner in crime at work. Yes, people tuning on in. That's right. So get it checked out. Do what you got to do. Do your part. Take care of yourself. You only get one shot at this, people. One shot.
I love that. And Dr. Graham, let people know how to find you and follow you.
Yeah, can go to my website, theapplife.info. Email Dr. Graham at the App Life, and make sure if they didn't, grab your copy of Need a Germinator, because if you don't, hashtag
shame
on you. We will find you. We will hunt you down. No, I'm just playing.
Go get the book, y'all. I love the book.
Check it out. Take care of that breath, please. Brush your teeth. Go to the dentist. Get checked out. Sometimes not the dentist. Go to the doctor. Don't be afraid to go to the doctor. They cannot find what's not there. Early detection is a wonderful thing. It saves lives.
That's right. And we need you to add Rina's song in the OR.
No, you do a shoulder roll with your fingers popping. You can't help but to do it.
You got.
I got my mic. Do I need to bring my mic out so I can help her beat background singer just in case?
You know what? We're just gonna ask Rina. When she does a 10 or 15 city tour,
I'm there.
We're there, right?
After my lay at work, I'm there. Yep.
I'm
feeling a little sick. Yep. Take my time off. There we go.
I love it, Dr. Graham. Can you stick around for the rest of the show?
I will be here for the rest of all this.
As always, thank you so much, Dr. G.
All right. Take care, guys. See you next week.
All right. Oh, wow. Thank you so much, Dr. G. Don't forget to follow Dr. G at theapplife.info. Special guest tonight, Miss Rina Chanel, is hanging out with us, and let's bring her back in the room. Let's bring her back in the room. So let's see here. We're going to add. There we go. Okay. Hey, Rina, did you learn a lot from that? That's interesting, right?
I learned a whole lot. Dr. G is so informative and funny. You sound like somebody needed a 2-mask situation.
Right. I was like, Rina, that day on the plane, I was like, OMG. I was like, whoa, okay. I just said to myself, there's some serious health something going on here. I don't know. But yeah, Dr. G, she's here every Monday. Great. So everybody, again, our special guest tonight is singer-songwriter Rina Chanel. RinaChanelMusic.com. Her latest smashing hit is Je ne sais quoi. It's available now for downloading. Go download it. Everybody on this live, for those who go back and watch the replay and all that, make sure you share. Gift one. Go buy one for a friend too. Even though I have the song, I'm gonna buy it. I buy it again. Just hey, it's about support. I'm just like, how much is it to download, Rina? $1.99 maybe? How much is it?
$1.29.
See there. It's $1.20.
Coffee.
Less than a cup of coffee.
Or
And
tea.
or tea, or tea, or whatever you drink. Or if you're going by Krispy Kreme donuts, we're going by Dunkin' Donuts on the way to work in the morning. If you're on your way to work. Again, go get your donuts, your coffee, and buy the song, right, Shanita? Right, Rena? It goes right there hand in hand.
Right. Yeah, it's you get your sweets, you get your feel goods, and you get your good vibes. So it's all working together for your mental health.
It's all working good for your mental health. So when we talk about, when I was thinking about like music, right? And music is so healing. So what does music heal you from?
Music heals me from just, everyday life because
Oh, yeah.
there's some folks out there. I mean, the truth is, you know, some people are evil. There's some evil people
That's
out there. I mean, that's what it is. There's some people
what
that
it is.
just, and just in general, there will be people that you encounter in the world. Some will be kind, but it's rare. Kindness is rare, you know. So I choose to be one of those people to be kind because, like you said, you don't know what people are going through behind closed doors. We all have our battles that we are dealing with because we're human. Nobody
Right,
is nobody is, there's no exception to that. Life doesn't miss people. Everybody is encountering life.
right.
So I just want to be one of those people that want to spread kindness. And
That's
so
right.
when I say, there's people out there that, they will not like you for whatever reason. I used to kind of question that, like in college,
Right,
why doesn't this person like me? I'm always kind to them. I always extend myself. I'm always, like you said, you were the kind of person,
right,
hey, good morning. That was
right,
me. Know, that,
right.
that was me in college. And even, with my sorority sisters and,
Mhm.
and people in school and stuff. And then there was just some folks that no matter what I said
Right,
or did,
right,
they didn't like me and they weren't going to like me. And I had to accept
right,
that. So,
right.
I mean, and that's just the way of the world. There's some people out there, they will not like you for whatever reason. And I just look at it as it may not be you. It's just a thing of maybe they, you know, they're having a bad day. There's going to
Right.
be haters, or they may hate the calling on your life.
That's
They
right.
see that there's something about you. They
Right.
see the blessing on your life, and no matter what is going on in their life, they're looking to either trying to stop that, or, well, if I can't do it, then how come
Mhm.
how come you get to do it? So it's just going to
Right.
be it's going to be that you just got to accept that and know that, in spite of people who look at situations and have a terrible outlook on life and
Right.
look to try to block your blessing, so to speak,
That's right.
you're gonna always win. So I'm always gonna put my best foot forward and think, you know what, in spite of all that, I'm still gonna win. I'm still gonna wake up. I'm still gonna have a good outlook on my life. I'm still gonna be a blessing. I still know that I'm worthy and made for greatness. And I'm not going to let nobody stop that, because whatever is meant for you is for you. They can't
That's
block
right.
your blessing. So
At all.
I
Don't
just
let them
keep it
stop your
positive and
shining.
keep it moving. You just keep shining. You
Keep it.
shine a little brighter.
That's right. And I always believe this too, Rena. Everybody's spirit is just not going to align, right?
No.
It's just not going to align that way, And again, it's amazing how people can go and we all have friends. Like, you ever had a friend that somebody's like, I don't like her. I don't like him. It was like,
Yes.
do
Yep.
you even know them? No. Well, what is it that you don't like about him? I don't know. I just don't
I
like him.
don't know. Right. Exactly. I don't know. I just don't like them.
I just don't like him. So yeah, and that's okay, right? We're all of us are not gonna get along. We're not gonna be the best of friends, best buddies, but that's okay. Long as we
That's okay.
respect each other and you don't cross certain lines, we good.
That
We good.
exactly. I'm with you on that,
Right.
Jazzy.
And so, Rita, when we're talking about music, right? I have this question I always ask a lot of my guests around the first part of the show is why should people care not just about jazz music, but jazz, R&B, and soul music? Why should they care about it?
Well, they should care, number one, because it's good quality music. It's been
Right.
around forever. And,
Mm.
just all of the classic music, we're talking about, jazz music. Some of my inspirations would be
Mhm.
probably Nat King Cole, Natalie
Oh,
Cole. It's a huge
right.
inspiration to me. I remember in
Mhm.
college and even high school singing some of her material, and
Mhm.
just falling in love with that whole style. And I was actually in a jazz choir in high school. So
What?
that's where I got my kind of initial kind of experience with jazz and falling in love with jazz music as a genre.
Mhm.
So that was
I love that.
that was huge for me at that point, and I just fell in love with it from that point on. So it's just quality good music that has been around forever. So I'm all about quality lyrics, quality production, because, you know, I would hope, that people consider one day my music to be classic and to be timeless and to be
Right.
have those elements where they could listen to it 10 years from now and it still sounds good. It's still quality, so it doesn't sound dated. It's about going back to those songs that we all can remember why we really enjoyed them, because there was so much love and quality put into them,
Right.
and you can revisit them as many times as you need to, and they still sound the
Right.
same. They still connect with you in the same way. So that's
Mhm.
how I look at jazz and R&B music, and just based on my own personal experiences with jazz music and what I've experienced growing up.
Right. I love that because yeah, I remember like songs like Nancy Wilson, like Don't
Mm.
Ask My Neighbor. That song as old as
Oh
this
yeah.
song, and I know if people have redone that song over, I'm wondering if it just never seems to get old. And I can even say the same for your music, especially like the sweetest of melody, right? The
Yeah.
sweetest of melody, which I love. And please don't blame me. There's a gentleman that's singing on that song with you.
Yes, Sangor Robinson was the male vocalist on that track, so that was an
Okay.
awesome track. I always wanted to do a duet,
Okay.
and originally that song was actually just gonna be for me, and I made it into a duet. I actually divided it up, and I'm like, "Okay, I really wanna do a duet. How do I go about that?" And, kind of dividing the parts. I think this feels more like, I want to sing this
Mhm.
part and I want the male vocalist to sing this part.
Mhm.
And I want it to be a conversation of love for the two
Right.
of us as we're singing it, and people to feel, that connection. And um, that song really did well. And a lot of people, they would write in the reviews like, "Oh, I can feel the chemistry." And it's so funny because they're just like, "Oh, they sound like they're in love." And that was not the case. But it's just, I feel like we did our job with that song. I feel like we communicated and they felt a strong enough connection
Mm.
to it to say those things. So I felt like as a vocalist, and a songwriter, I did my job.
You did, because I remember having a conversation with a friend. I was talking about the sweetest of melody, and I'm a friend of mine. They always say I'm always thinking, right? I'm always thinking about something. And I said, when you listen to that song, I asked him, I said, what's your love language? Because the song made me think about like what is a person's what is their love language when you hear this song, the sweetest of melody. So I was just having a conversation with a friend, and we were talking about that song, the sweetest of melody. So I love it. You all need to check it out, the sweetest of melody. And also I wanted to go back, and I know I'm short on time. Yeah. So Rina, you also you studied classical music, and you attended the Governor's School of Arts in Norfolk, Virginia, and you attended Radford University on a voice scholarship. So it, something else I want to mention, you also perform with background vocalist, international recording artist, R&B jazz artist Tracy Hamlin. I wanted to
Yes.
put, so is music something you always wanted to do? Is it always since you were younger?
Yes, yes. Actually, music has always been something, I would say probably ever since I was maybe like 4 or 5. I have memories of growing up, with my mom, and she and my aunts were cleaning the house, playing Anita Baker, Sade. So that's what I grew up hearing in the house. And those were my kind of sheroes, my vocal sheroes that I was listening to, And then,
Mhm.
of course, I was listening to Mariah Carey and some of the vocalists, the early 90s, uh, Luther Vandross, huge
Right.
inspiration, his smooth presentation, the vocals, all of that
Mhm.
kind of inspired me to want to, have a certain kind of, that kind of style, that kind of
Mhm.
persona, that kind of feel, velvety feel, smooth, R&B feel. So,
Right.
and my first kind of moment, I was probably like 4 or 5, and I was in chorus, and I told my mom I had a chorus concert, and she was laughing because all she heard me do in the house was scream. I guess early singing, but I was screaming in the house. So she came to my concert, and she was in tears because that was kind of my first time that I, kind of came into my voice. I want to say, had my first little chorus concert, and she was able to hear me. My teacher gave me um, a solo at the time, and that really cemented for me. This is what I want to do. This is,
Oh,
music is what I want to do, and then that kind of further. Um, that experience, and then all the way leading up to, I think Mariah Carey had a song called Hero. When
oh
that
yes.
came out, that that really tugged at my
Mhm.
heartstrings, and that I felt like that song spoke to me in that moment, like, you know, that I could be a vocalist, I could be a singer,
Mhm.
don't be afraid. So really her lyrics in Hero really touched me and really convicted me and made me feel like, yeah, I want to be a singer. I want to do this, and don't be afraid. Go for your dream. Do what you need to do to make this happen.
Right. I love that. And, I think that's so important, Rena, and for even someone watching this program that wants to follow in your footsteps, right? And, this is a tough business, right? It's not always lights, camera, action, stars, the red carpet is rolled out for you. And,
No.
what if you can share, what's been have you had any challenges, maybe even getting your music heard or even played when you kind of first started in this business?
Yeah, definitely in the beginning, because
Yeah.
just not knowing, the process, especially on the business side of things, thinking, oh, you put a single out there and people will magically find it just because it exists,
Right.
thinking like that's how things worked.
That's
But,
right.
yeah, just knowing, just from this point, I would say a lot of good lessons learned.
Mhm.
Um, always believe in yourself, because even as the industry shifts and people write and, pivot to different topics, different things, especially as a woman in this industry, feeling good about yourself, feeling good about your voice, knowing that you
Mhm.
have something to offer, your individual voice,
Mhm.
whether it be vocally or just, if you're not a singer, but you want to be in the music industry, say you want to be on the recording side or the songwriting or the behind the scenes,
Mhm.
there's so many options for
Right.
women. But I would just definitely say, believe in yourself, number one, no matter what. And don't think you should change who you are, be authentic to who you are, because that is what comes out through the music. That's what connects with people. That's what I feel like the people who really, really vibe with you and what you're saying will connect with your music, because they're connecting with you. You are an extension of your music. So I don't feel like you should try to do something, or try to switch to be commercial.
Right.
I think you need to be authentic to who you are. So I feel good knowing that, even though I see, different artists, and, what works for you, hey, go do you. But for
That's right.
me, what is the driver is the lyrics, the quality production, the music. I'm more interested about legacy. I want
That's
some quality gems, hopefully, to be around for a while, and to be, I want to be known and recognized to have put quality music, quality vocals, quality production, and music that has inspired people, empowered them to be better human beings, to come in to their own gifts, to
that's
really
right.
embody who they were supposed to be. So if my music can help and do that, then that's the greatest gift right there.
That's right. And I think that's so important, right, Rena? So I always tell people there's a whole world out here. There's a lane for Rina Chanel. There's a lane for Jazzie. There's a lane for
That's
Dr.
right.
G. And so remember that's your lane. You know, a lot of times we focus so much on what's on the left, on the right, what this person is doing, what this. You are your own unique person, your own gifts, your own talents. There's only one Rina Chanel. And if you didn't know that, y'all, shame on you. It's only one Rina Chanel. Can nobody copy? I don't care what anybody else does, right? So no matter if they get up there and sing one of your songs as sweet as a melody, right? You can't do it like Rina Chanel. So that's okay. You can go ahead and re-record and make sure we do the proper protocol, the business. So I make sure I get my royalty, you know, the
make sure everything's on the up and up. Yeah.
Yeah, that's all right. And so Rina, I got a request from you. If she would do that, somebody said, can they hear a snippet you sing sweet as a melody?
I'll do probably just the first verse since it is a duet. But yeah, I would love to. Okay.
Okay. Here she goes.
I'll do a little quick snippet. Okay, here we go. When I met you, my whole world changed. It was renewed. Oh, yeah. 'Cause you made me believe that my love was all that you need. Now my heart's complete. There were lovers near and far, but no one ever mattered before you. You're my shining star. Are you giving? It feels just like a dream. And you're giving this love and making me truly believe that's what you do to me. You make my heart play a symphony, making it feel like my whole world's in harmony. Oh, how you played it so beautifully. The sweetness of melody.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is the incomparable Miss Rina Chanel. That's the sweetest of melody. Also, her newest smashing hit is Je ne sais quoi. And we are going on a national tour, Dr. G, Rina, y'all.
You see, I got my mic. I was ready.
I saw that. I was like, go ahead, Dr. G.
I got two.
I got his mic too.
I was
background singers, y'all ready?
Right.
We're ready. We're ready.
You ready?
Let us know, y'all. So everybody, again, go over to RinaChanelMusic.com. Je ne sais quoi is available now. There's a video out. Go to the website. And Rina, you're going to have merchandise coming soon on your site? Any merchandise
soon,
yet?
Yes, coming soon. Yeah, that's in process, coming soon. But yes, please, please, please like, share, subscribe to Rina Chanel Music on my YouTube channel. Follow me on Facebook, Instagram at Rina Chanel Music, and check out my website at RinaChanelMusic.com.
Okay. Well, wait, also, before we let you go, Rina, what about performing? Can we catch you anywhere? Performing anywhere? We can come see you?
I am in process right now. I'm getting some things together, and I'm about to put out some schedule events and things. So definitely stay tuned. Check my website out for further details. I'm definitely going to share those things.
Okay. And they can subscribe to your website so they can get updates too, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
I think I need some hats. Mark Grant is giving me some hints, so I got to get on them hats.
some Rina Chanel hat. Rina, this has absolutely been a pleasure. I know we went a little bit over time, but thank you so much for staying. You are a friend of the show, and will you please come back anytime?
Yes, it's my pleasure. Yes, absolutely. This was fun. Thank you, Jazzie.
You're so welcome. I got tons of other questions, but that means you're gonna have to come back. We're gonna have to have Rina back, and we're gonna talk a little bit more again about music. RinaChanelMusic.com. And my very last question, before you go, what do you want your legacy to leave when it comes to your music?
My legacy, I want for people to feel inspired, empowered. I want them to feel, like that they are feeling positive about their life. I want them to, if they're feeling maybe they're in a low spot or in a dark place, I want my music to be a light into their life. So I want my music to be inspiring, empowering. But yeah, I want to give you a nice groove. I want you to feel good. I want you to enjoy and relax, whether that means have a nice little glass of champagne, a wine, a nice little evening ambiance. I want you to feel all of those things through my music. I just want you to really enjoy and for it to be an experience that you'll never forget.
That's right. I told you, ladies and gentlemen, Rina Chanel has that it factor. Don't forget to go over to Rina Chanel, RinaChanelMusic.com for more information. Again, go download some music. Rina Chanel, again, as always, you have my support. I will continue to support you in your amazing music and your artistry. And I want to ask you, can you stick around for a few minutes for me?
Absolutely.
Okay. Again, thanks, everybody. This is our special guest tonight, singer-songwriter Rina Chanel. Je ne sais quoi is her latest release. Go download it. A copy today. I'm Jazzie K.Ward, your host. Don't forget, KWardRadio.com is my YouTube channel. KWardRadio.com is the website. Go subscribe. If you'd like to mail me, send me music, that information is posted there. If you would like to support the show, that information, PayPal, Cash App. Hey, my friend Hector is on the line. Join me each and every Saturday on WVAS 90.7, Alabama State University smooth jazz station, where you can hear me every Saturday from 8 a.m. to 12 noon. Don't forget, thank you so much to Dr. Chantel Graham, Dr. G. Thank you so much to Chef D. And thank you to each and every one of you. I promise you, if I missed your comment, don't blame my heart. I appreciate each and every one of you. You don't go unnoticed. I thank you for your support, whether you stay here 30 seconds, a minute, or the entire show. If you share the show, I appreciate that. All that love too. Make sure you have a great rest of the week. Make sure you take care of yourself. And as always, be kind to others. Well, at least try. I know it's hard sometimes, but at least try, right? We'll see you next time. Don't forget, RinaChanelMusic.com. Good night, y'all.
And I don't know what's taking a hold of me. You got the je ne sais quoi, and all I know is making me want you, baby. I'm not the kind of girl that falls in love so easily. But it's crystal clear to see that you have an effect on me. I don't know what's gotten it to me. No, you got me doing things that I never do. 'Cause there's something about you. And I don't know what's taking a hold of me. You got the je ne sais quoi, and all I know is making me want you, baby. For you really got me feeling kind of great.